Hi guys, I'm Aussie and welcome to episode 93 of the First Star Challenge with Everton, and today it's a little bit of a date with destiny because we face Manchester City away from home in the Champions League semi-final, second leg. We need to overturn, we stuffed up the first leg, didn't we? We lost 1-0, we need to try and overturn that, scramble for our season, and then hopefully the season doesn't end today. Hopefully there'll be a Champions League final to look forward to, but if the worst should happen against Manchester City, we end the season away to West Ham, with invincibility still within our grasp, because we did manage to just about manage to draw against Huddersfield. Our form has really fallen off in the last few games. I'm confused by it. I'm disappointed by it. But we ended up to 17th, I think, they are 15th or something like that. Huddersfield in the league, twice behind. Ramsey gave them a lead. Terry Cook equalised. Grealish put them ahead. 89th minute, Bouvier rescued the unbeaten season for us. Yeah, so that wasn't ideal, and it certainly wasn't the best preparation to come into this Manchester City game. Now let's go and have a look at what we are expecting from Manchester City. Basically expect the unexpected since they have this new manager. We saw how they played last episode. We can see we are not the favourites for this one, which is probably fair enough given our recent form. We know that Renato Gaucho is their manager. Attacking, direct style of play is what we're expecting. Analysis report: this isn't how we're expecting them to play, but they seem to change their formation every game, so I mean, good on them. It makes them very difficult to read. And there's all their other information for their game against Wolves. Let's have a look at the team that we're sending out. And we're just kind of hoping for the best here, to be honest. Hoping for it to get back to our best. So Lafont goes in goal. It's Timon, Stark, Luis Felipe, and Milo as a back four. Berg, we need someone, I think, a little bit more defensively sound in midfield, so he'll go with Canente. Rafinha, Sergio Gomez comes in. He's a little bit better. We'll play him on he's a little bit better on support. We'll play him on support. Comes in because Vlasic has a tight hamstring. I think it's a hamstring or a calf or something, so we can't really start him in this one. So it's going to be Gomez with Richarlison as well, and then Schweinsteiger, our multi-million-dollar man up top. Let's hope he can get some goals for us. Alright, so they are playing more or less as expected. I almost think the team talk here needs to be, the old Ferguson lads at Spurs. We've put 10 goals past Manchester City in the league this season. You deserve to be in the final to make it happen. I think it needs to be just an assertive, go out there and win. I expect to win. You deserve to be in the final, go out there. I expect to make it happen. Let's go with that. Let's go with some passionate. We have faith. No calmness today. This is fire up, lads. Play for your lives. Let's get out there and let's see what we can do. Hopefully not the last time we hear the Champions League anthem this season. We'd like to hear it once more, wouldn't we, if we could at all possibly manage that. Yeah, I mean, if we played to our best, there's no reason why we can't. We beat them 4-3 in the league. That would be a perfect result for us. Here with ball in, early chance, and it hasn't been given yet. The ref is looking for it. I have a feeling he's going to rule it up for something. Stark offside, perhaps. Oh, unlucky. Stark offside. Now, how offside? What a start that would have been just seconds into the game. Yeah, we are all offside there, aren't we? So, it was scrambles. It was scrappy. But I tell you what, we would have taken a scrappy goal, wouldn't we? Cancel out that away goal nice and early. Let's give it a get creative. Maybe a concentrate would have been better given the situation here. Come on, boys. Come on. Keep your heads. Bernardo Silva for Sane. It's all looking a little bit narrow right now, but they do still have the ball. This is the guy that got the goal in the first leg, of course. Similar time of the game, wasn't it? Was it 5th or 6th minute that he got the goal? Stones looks early for ball there. Berg's there, heads it away. It's still there. Richarlison nicks it. Can we launch a counter-attack? Schweinsteiger's fast. Keep it sensibly. That's fine. Timon goes early. That's not the best pass we've ever seen. And this is becoming a bit of a long, scrappy highlight. And I don't like that they have the ball here. Bernardo Silva. Too much space for Bernardo Silva. He's put it past the post. Oh, boys. Come on. Heads on here. Ideally, we don't want to fall behind, do we? I mean, 2 goals will get us through, even if they do score first. If we win the game 2-1, that's outside the box, but it's going to be checked, I think. Yeah, I mean, we need to score 2 goals, and then if we win 2-1, obviously them having won 1-0 at our place, that would be enough for us. So if they were to score first, it doesn't necessarily change too much. We need to score 2 goals to win the game. I'm fairly certain this was outside the box, if I'm honest. I'm relatively confident in that, but you can never be completely sure. What does VAR say? VAR says it was outside the box. Not a problem there at all. And now we just need to make sure we defend that free kick sensibly. Let's give it another get creative. Schweinsteiger's injured. So it's got to be Terry Cook. Hopefully that's not too serious. Yeah, hopefully it's not too serious. But Terry Cook can come in. He can do a job for us. I'm sure of that. He got the goal, of course, against Huddersfield that equalised. So can he get an equalising goal on the tie here for us? So it's Felipe. Don't get caught on the ball. He goes back to Lafont. That's fine. Lafont comes a long way out of goal. Decent ball there for Timon. Timon for Stark. Look, maybe back for Timon. We go back to Lafont. It's patient. I just hope we don't do anything silly with it. Lafont again comes a long way. Lumps it forward. That's a bit of a pointless ball forward, actually, Lafont. That's not what we need. Just play into your back four. Play into Sanderberg. That's why he's there. Ball goes across there. Spreading play a little bit too much here. We've got a nice block in there. Rafinha's back with Grimaldo. It's Moise Kean and it's 1-0. Oh, we were looking okay, weren't we? And then we've just... I don't know what we've done. We've done something we shouldn't have. We've clocked off a little bit. I mean, it's a good block there. Yeah, the two centre-backs are maybe just a little bit overwhelmed. We've both got sucked under the ball, haven't they? And Keane's just kind of ducked in the back of him. Like I say, it doesn't change too much. 2 goals we needed. We still need 2 goals. What we don't want is for another goal here, because that would be trouble. Oh, Font's made a big save there. Can we launch a counter-attack with Rafinha? Oh, he's beat his man there, but not to beat. It's a defensive throw. We found Gomez. Can we find our way out of their half here? It's a nice little ball there for Terry Cook. What's Terry Cook going to do? In for Richarlison. Beats his man. Richarlison, can he get a ball into the back post? We're queuing up if he can. It's Rafinha. It's not... Heading isn't his game, is it? Heading is not what Rafinha does. Yeah. Is this highlight going to continue? Can we win that? Stark does. Second ball with Canente. We pick up possession. Oh, and Terry Cook just has it nicked off him there. It was a good tackle, actually, from their guy, to be fair. Sane in for Keane. What are we doing defensively, boys? Just standing still. Let's give it a demand more. Looking anxious. One of their boys has gone off injured. I think that's the guy that got the goal in the first leg, so that's a shame, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, we're not looking at our best here, are we? That is already painfully obvious. Let's maybe take it off the flanks. Yeah, I don't understand what's happened to us. I just don't. Every now and again, we just have these games where we explode in goals. I'm thinking like City at our place, Porto that was at our place as well, wasn't it? Bernardo Silva. Tell you what, we're lucking out a little bit here. Yeah, and we just have looked like it's not our team, which is really, really disappointing, because I have no doubts we have the best team in Europe, and I'm just beginning to wonder if we're going to sort of let it all slip away right at the death here. I think maybe a halftime team talk might need to be something along the lines of, dig deep here, boys. Don't let this slip away from you. But we haven't played well. We're not really creating anything. I mean, I almost say we need to change something, but I don't know what it is we change. Look at that. Look at that. It was disappointing. Unlucky. Do we go for revenge? Just a calm revenge. Go out there, make them pay. Make them pay, boys. I don't really know what to say other than that. I didn't really, in the pre-game press conference, I didn't sort of play up the revenge side of things. So that usually means it's not going to work so well as a team talk. I feel like we do need to change something. I wonder if we look to exploit the middle. Exploit the middle, look for the overlaps. Let's try that. We need to change something here, and otherwise I don't really know what it is. Richarlison's not playing that well. We'll give him a little bit of time. We do have Lookman on the bench, who is a good option. He's not as good as Richarlison, I don't think, but if Richarlison's having a bad day, then that's not... there's no point leaving him out there, really. Ball in. Was that block behind for a corner? It was. We need a big second half here. We need, obviously, 2 goals at a minimum. We need to keep a clean sheet this second half as well. Ball in. It's headed away by Ramos. Here goes Rafinha. All right, can we get something going? Come on, boys. Come on, here's a chance. This is a chance. Rafinha. It's a decent ball for Richarlison. Can he find Rafinha again? Look at the back post. We're queuing up in the box. The cross just wasn't good enough. Let's give it a get creative. Can we win that, please? Timon's there. We're not finding each other. I wonder if we need to slow down the tempo a little bit. I wonder if we're trying to do things a little bit too quickly here. This is not good. And that could be that. Let's not give any specific instructions. Let's attack with width. We'll counter press. We'll get stuck in. We need 3 goals now. We need 3 goals in 40 minutes. I mean, we haven't scored a goal on this tie yet. That's almost the worst thing, isn't it? We need to make some changes here. I mean, it doesn't really make much sense to go with a DM now. I don't think that's our problem. Is we're not creating anything. Here goes Richarlison. Richarlison! Oh, it's not his day. I'm going to take him off, I think. We're going to take off Richarlison, and we're going to take off Sergio. I wonder if, instead of... That's 2 subs. We don't want to use up 3 subs yet. I'm wondering with Sergio Gomez, if it might be worth our while. We'll just drop him back in, play a sort of a flat 3 in midfield. Look to get him forward and just see if that makes a difference before we go and make our sort of 3rd and final sub here. Maybe we'll control midfield a little bit better that way as well. Canente's not having... No one's playing well. This is the disappointing thing, isn't it? High line. I wonder if we just... No, we need to... Yeah. I don't think it... I honestly don't think it may have mattered what we did today. I just think that... we just haven't been playing well. I don't know what's happened to us. Maybe I should have had a team meeting beforehand. Maybe that would have helped, but I honestly don't think it would have mattered what we do. I think the team coming into this were just hopelessly out of form, and to be honest, it was coming. It was coming. Yeah. It's so disappointing. I mean, we haven't showed up whatsoever. We haven't scored a goal in 2 legs against the team we scored 10 against in the league, and so I don't understand what's gone wrong. Any thoughts? Do let me know in the comments. This will of course mean that our season ends today, so we'll have the goal of the season competition at the end of the episode. You'll get to see some goals. So, there we go. Yeah, I don't understand what's happened here. I don't understand what's happened. Now would be a fantastic time to score Rafinha, wouldn't it? You do wonder that if that goal right at the start had found its way into the back of the net. But we were just poor. We were just poor pretty much from the first whistle of that tie. Yeah. So there we go. What a shitty way to end the season. What a crappy way to end the season. I'm really sorry, guys. That's just such a downer, isn't it? I don't understand what happened. I really don't. Anyway, guys, wait right there. We'll be back for West Ham. We can always finish the season invincible and cling to that. So a debate for the comments. Have we underachieved in the Champions League? I almost think we have, to be honest, considering... I mean, we've only won the Premier League once this season, so maybe not. But we've lost in 2 finals. We've lost in the quarterfinals to Paris, and we've lost now in the semi-finals as well. I don't know. I mean, 3 finals in 5 years is really good. But to only win one of those, and then consider... I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. Have we underachieved in the Champions League? Maybe it's about right. Maybe we're just not quite good enough. This year, I think, is the exception. This year, I think we were good enough, which is what really hurts right now. But anyway, it's the final day of the Premier League season. We still have our O. Can we go and win this thing, or at least not lose this thing anyway? We haven't lost to West Ham before, which is a positive sign. We are the favourites. Our form has, as you can see, just fallen off a cliff, which is really disappointing. But Paulo Fonseca is their manager. They're attacking, direct style of football. It's just how we're expecting them to play. Same sort of thing as City, almost exactly, even style of play-wise. Just hopefully not quite as good. But there we go. We can see all their other ins and outs there. And this is the team we're sending out on the final day of the year. Now, something to keep an eye on here is the quest for the Golden Boot. Now, unfortunately, Schweinsteiger, as we saw last game, is out. He's not really fit for this one. So he has 15 goals. That's his tally. But We've given everybody a chance here we can. Richarlison has 15, Vlasic has 14, Rafinha has 14, Sergio Gomez has 13, so we'll give him a start in this one as well to see who will be the Golden Boot winner for this year. So Lafont goes in goals. This is, of course, the final game of the season. Time on Stuart Taylor, Luis Felipe and Milo as a back four, Zamora and Gomez in midfield, Rafinha, Vlasic and Richarlison, Terry Cook up top, and on the bench for his final ever appearance for Everton, it is Bernard. And Bernard has been an absolute star for us, hasn't he? Look at those average ratings. He's just had a really, really good Everton career. It's his final game. We'll try and get him on towards the end. So they have changed up a little bit to how they played last time out. And if you are wondering, the final, it's going to be a Manchester derby. Manchester United won 2-1 on aggregate. Liverpool won the second leg 1-0, but Manchester United obviously won the first leg 2-0. So that got them through. Let's go a passionate. Come on, lads. Show me what you can do to keep our run going here. We are on the mightiest of unbeaten runs in the league. Let's continue that into next season. Yeah, let's just see how we go here. I mean, the way we're playing, it would be just the end of our season, wouldn't it? To fall at the final hurdle here and lose this one. But when West Ham have always given us a good game, no matter who their manager has been. So Timon's defended that well. I'd like to think that we can at least not lose this one. Away from home, they are 8th in the league, so they're not the worst team going around. Manchester United are 9th, I think, or 10th in the league as coming into this final game, and they're in the Champions League final. So that just goes to show it's been a bit of a weird season in the league this year. Let's see what we can do. Come on, boys. Let's win this ball high up the pitch, please. And thank you. Come on. Let's win this. Let's put some pressure on him. Aki's at West Ham now as well. Yeah, if we can get a first goal, it would really, really settle my nerves a little bit here. I'm more worried about this than I should be because we just have not been playing well. Excellent tackle there by Luis Felipe. Milo has it. Oh, what are we doing? Just get rid, boys. There we go. Zamora. In for Vlasic. What's going to happen here? Vlasic. It's a horrible ball for Terry Cook. This is becoming a bit of a long, scrappy highlight. Can we win that back? We can't. Ramos is there for Milo. Done well to win that back, actually. Credit where it's due. Come on, Vlasic. What's he got for us? Back to full fitness now, of course. It was a shame we couldn't have started him against City, but to be honest, I don't know it would have made that much difference. Rafinha! 15th goal of the year for him. He draws level now with Richarlison and Schweinsteiger for the Golden Boot. I'm kind of giving away what's going to happen at the end of the season awards, aren't I, with the Golden Boot winner here. But that's all right. That's all right. Let's tell him to concentrate. It was a really, really good finish, wasn't it? Nice ding cross there by Richarlison. I bet he kind of was, not maybe he doesn't want to cross to Rafinha. Terry Cook's the sort of the fly in the ointment because he's not going to win Golden Boot, or unless he has the mother of all games and scores 7 or 8 goals. So yeah, maybe he was aiming for Cook for that cross. All right, here we go. West Ham take a short free kick. Cook goes to close him down. Delaney being him. Can we win this back? Come on, boys. Bit of pressure. Paredes in. No. Felipe Anderson still at West Ham has a shot. Oh, Jesus. That was a little bit closer than I thought it was going to be. I'm not sure if Lafont ended up scrambling that out in the end there. It certainly hit the post. I think he may have actually managed to scramble it out. Terry Cook playing a 6.5. He wasn't great when he came on against City, but that's not anything against him. Nobody was great, but he's not playing particularly. You can see again, we're not playing particularly well here. We do have the lead, which is the main thing, but, I mean, no one's accusing us of being in form right now, that is for sure. United is beating Villa, that's the battle for 9th and 10th in the league, that one, I think. North London derby, last day of the year as well. What do we say to this? Do we say we're not happy? Or do we say guard against complacency, perhaps? Zamora on a booking, we will tell him just to watch his step. Richarlison, there's more to come from you, mate. Let's get back out there. And yeah, let's see. Now, the big question here is who do we bring on Bernard for? I think to try and be as fair as we can with the Golden Boot, we maybe got to bring him on for Vlasic. Although Vlasic has 14, doesn't he? But it'd be unfair to bring it off one of the wingers, given that they both have 15 goals. Milo's done really well there. He's avoided assault on his way to getting past the fullback. Here goes Tomon getting forward. Can he square it back? It's Richarlison! It's off the post! Oh, Richarlison saw the Golden Boot in his fingertips there, and it's hit the post. Terry Cook, what has happened to him the end of this year? I wonder if, let's try him in a different role. Let's try him as a poacher, perhaps. Is it just a lack of opportunities? We've had 7 shots and we haven't been putting them on target, so perhaps it's not an opportunity thing. Gilberto, we win that header. It's going to fall there for Vlasic. He turns into a little bit of space. Can he find a cross in? It's a bit of an agricultural challenge, let's call it. But Felipe Anderson comes away with it. He's found Tammy Abraham. Who we got there? Fernandez. I mean, there's no one in front of him. Come on, boys. Defend this sensibly, please. It's off the crossbar, and it's hacked clear. Oh, we are not a good team right now. We really, really are not. I'm tempted to put in a DM, but I don't know if that solves the problems, to be honest. Delaney, nice ball around the corner there for Felipe Anderson. So much time and space, and it's straight at Lafont. Oh, we are just not a good team. Come on, boys. It's positive. What's happened there? Is it just a foul? Zamora's not booking. Oh, Zamora, you absolute clown. I mean, we're hanging on at this point, aren't we? We're really, really hanging on. We're down to 10 men now as well. Zamora's going to miss the start of next season. We can only bring Sander Burke. We have to bring off Vlasic, don't we, really? Let's go deep lying forward. Do we just play with a DM? We can't really now play with a DM, can we? We're just going to have to be as sensible as we can here. Yeah, to slow it down where possible, and I mean, I don't have get stuck in on. That's the stupid thing, isn't it? The one thing Zamora's done there, he's putting himself in contention for the golden card. That is for sure. Let's give it a concentrate. We've got 10 minutes to go here. It's almost Bernard time now, isn't it? I wonder if we could bring him on up front and play him as a deep lying forward. He has all the attributes of that. Don't do anything silly there, Taylor. He's done okay there. Carlson beats his man. Beats his man for Terry Cook for Rafinha. Oh, and Rafinha! Has he just snatched the golden boot out of Schweinsteiger and Richarlison's fingertips there? It's 2-0. The big thing of this, we're going to go undefeated, boys. We only need 10 men. Excellent stuff. We'll give them some praise. And I think it is now time for Bernard. And I think it's a nice ball from Terry Cook there in the end, wasn't it? He hasn't had a great game. He hasn't had a great end to the season, to be honest. But he's done well there. Let's bring Bernard on as a deep lying forward. He has no idea how to play the role. But what fitting tribute is there to him as an Everton player then to have him on in the last few minutes here as a deep lying forward. Oh, it's hacked away again by Taylor in the end. Rafinha, can we go again? And get a most unlikely of third goals. This game has not looked like a 3-0 game for a second, but here we go. It's Richarlison! Oh! A big, big chance to tie up the golden boot again. And he's just put it over the top. Let's demand more coming into the end here. It's been a disappointing end to the season, but we have gone invincible. It's not just Arsenal now. I think was it Nottingham Forest or someone back in the day. Everton FC have done that as well. We are invincible. We are invincible. Excellent stuff. Rafinha gets the job done on the day. We've struggled over the line. I think at the end of the day, just a passionate well done. So there we go. Clinical finishing the difference. Zamora gets a one-match ban. You absolute muppet. Yeah, well done, Rafinha. 2 goals for him on the final day, and that is excellent stuff. We finished the season unbeaten. Well done, everybody. Bouvier hails me. Thank you, Bouvier. We'll get you a new contract for that. More money in the bank. But guys, that's the season. Let's have a look at the final table. It's Chelsea that are runners up. We didn't quite get the 100, which is a little bit disappointing. It's Liverpool in third. It's Spurs ahead of City, who won't be in the Champions League next year. That serves them about right. Maybe. And so both the Champions League finalists, one of them will be in the Champions League next year because someone's got to win it, don't they? But there we go. Guys, it's time for the end of season awards. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the 2024 Everton end of season awards. Thank you everybody. Thank you. Well, it's been a season, hasn't it? Well, how do we sum up this season? We were absolutely brilliant in the league all year long, invincible, which is something we can be very, very proud of. But of course, we did fall just short in Europe. But I'm certainly very keen to make sure that doesn't define our season. We were invincible this year. We won the league at the Canter. And for that, the players deserve a very, very hearty round of applause. Well done, boys. I'm proud of you. Alright, we're in the middle of a heatwave here in the UK. It's hot as balls in this auditorium. I do not want to be in this suit for any longer than I need to be. So let's crack on with the awards. And first up tonight, it is the Golden Pen that is awarded to the signing of the year. And this year, he cost 14.7 million from Palmeiras in Brazil. It's Luis Gustavo. Next is the Golden Card awarded to the player with the worst discipline. And this year, with 3 yellows and 1 red, very well earned, it's Eder Militao. Next is the Golden Bullseye, awarded to the player with the best pass completion. And with a stunning 92% in the centre of our midfield, he's a quiet achiever. It's Sander Berg. Next is the Golden Spoon, awarded to the player who feeds the strikers, the man with the most assists. And this season, maybe a surprise, 10 assists, it's Adrien Bouvier. Well done. And now for the Golden Anchor, awarded to the player with the best match average rating, the player that we can rely on. And this season, it's a stunning 7.52. It's our left back, it's Josh Taimon. Next up, it's the Golden Soother, awarded to the baby of the team, the best young player. And I hope you haven't taken your seat, because this year the award goes to Josh Taimon. And now it's time for the Golden Boot, awarded to the man, of course, with most goals for Everton this past season. And he got the job done on the final day. He took it away from Richarlison and Schweinsteiger. It is, of course, Rafinha. Now, before we get to the big one and announce our player of the year, it is only right we take a minute to acknowledge this year's team of the season. Now, if you just direct your eyes up to the screen, you will see that the goalkeeper is Lafont. The back four are Taimon, Luis Felipe, Stark, and Kenny. The midfield duo is Sergio Gomez and Canente. It's Richarlison, it's Vlasic, and it's Rafinha, and they are in behind Michael Schweinsteiger. Well done, boys. You've all had a cracking season. And now it is time to award the Player of the Year, the Golden Star, as voted by you, the fans. And this season, with 54%, that's right, 54% of the vote, more than half. It's a bit of a surprise. It's Alban Lafont. It's the goalkeeper. So that is it for the evening. While the awards are given out, congratulations to Alban and the rest of the winners. Very well deserved by all. But as I said at the start, this auditorium is disgustingly hot. I am swimming in sweat in this suit as the heat wave shows no signs of letting up. But until next season, when we will be back at Goodison at Tim Cahill Park, looking to finally do a Champions League double. I've been Aussie Villain. Thank you so much for joining me in the auditorium. Thank you so much for watching at home, and we'll see you next season. Enjoy your evening, everybody. So there we go, end of season awards done for another year. Now, a few other Premier League awards that have been announced here. Now, we set an unbeaten record, Premier League record, 66 games unbeaten in the Premier League. That is just insane. Rafinha sent a new Premier League record for average rating. Now, that's just in the Premier League, of course, but 7.75 over 20 games is absolutely ridiculous. Well done to him. A few other things here. Lafont claimed the Golden Glove, best goalkeeper in the Premier League. 29 goals conceded, 20 clean sheets. Not a bad return there, I would not hasten to add. Manager of the Year for me, hooray for me. Then players in Team of the Year, just a couple. Maybe a little bit disappointing. Maybe having won the league by basically double everybody else's points, we deserved a few more than 3 players in the Team of the Year. But it's Lafont, it's Luis Felipe, and it's Michael Schweinsteiger that get the gongs there. So well done to them. Now, just a quick review of the end of season awards. It was Lafont that won the Player of the Year. That's a bit of a surprise for me, that one. Ahead of Felipe and Stark, all defensive players, considering, you know, we did score a few goals this year. Maybe not towards the end there, but we did score a few goals. I would have thought maybe one attacking player would have got a mention. Canente's goal against Porto, that was the game's goal of the season. We'll get back to that in just a second. Gustavo was the signing of the year from Palmeiras, 14.7 million. Taimon, at 24 years of age, was the young player of the year. Rafinha, top goal scorer with 16, just nicked that right at the death there, didn't he? Taimon was the highest average rating at 7.52. That's, of course, overall, not just in the Premier League. Assist was Canente and Bouvier. Now, Bouvier won that, having made less appearances. Sander Berg won the bullseye for best passing completion rate, 92%. He's a quiet achiever, Sander Berg, but does really, really well. Most player of the match awards, not an award we give out on the night, but that goes to Sergio Gomez with 6. Now, the golden card, it ended up going to Eder Militao. The way I do this is I basically count a red card for double. So he had enough yellow cards with the red card to claim the golden card at the end of the day. Quick review of the season here. We won the Premier League. Of course, really rankles with me, that Champions League. But there we go. We can see everything else there. The moment, match of the season, the 6-0 thrashing of Manchester City was absolutely superb. Moment to forget. I mean, I'm assuming that's a Premier League moment to forget, but yeah, we had one this episode, I think, that we would like to forget pretty quickly, and one last episode as well, to be honest. Size of 18, where are they now? I'll leave that up there if you want to have a quick read of where some of our players from when we first started the save are at. Davy Selke might be of interest, though. He went off back to Germany, and he's had a decent year there. 26 goals from 41 starts and 9 appearances off the bench. Back to his best, I'd say, for Davy Selke there. Anything else we want to look at? There's the team dynamics. Yeah, I don't like that John Joe Kenny's a team leader, to be honest, but it is what it is. Season update. Oh, there's the confidence. We are, as you would imagine, God amongst men. Team of the week. It doesn't really mean too much to us at this point, does it? But anyway, guys, that is it. Just goal of the season to come. Now, if you haven't seen my series before, so what I'm looking for. The way this works is that there will be the Canete goal plus 3 others I deem worthy of goal of the season. Now, at the end of this little video compilation, there'll be a little eye at the top of the screen there. Click on that to vote for your favourite at the end. But before we get to that, a few honourable mentions. Maybe not goal of the season, but definitely worth a second look. So until next time, when we'll come back, it'll be a summer transfer special. I've decided, I've decided how the rules of the save are going to change. I'll unveil that next time out for the transfer special. But until then, I've been Aussie, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And here are our goal of the season contenders. Take care. Here are our top 4 goals from the 23-24 season. Don't forget to vote for your favourite.